There you go. All right. Likutei Moharan Torah Bes and all Moharan. So we said yesterday we learned, we started in Siman Daled. It says, how do you zoche to tzedakah? How do you zoche to mishpat? By performing the act of tzedakah. One of the important principles that one needs to understand regarding the mechanics of this world is that physical actions are actually tied to spiritual realities. And when a person behaves a certain way physically, it has a shpur, it actually triggers and moves things spiritually. Each and every such behavior, a person is in a state that, each and every one of us, I'm trying to sort of organize my thoughts in order to say what I want to say, and I'm sort of open. We said that when we're dinim on a person, okay, so a person is in a state of dinim. Dinim is a state of domim. The dinim means that there's a sign of blood on him, so to speak. So we said that in Kabbalah, if you remember, we said in Kabbalah there is that state can be expressed in a formula. It's called Astoras Pnei Eker, the hiding of the face of Eker, as everybody says in Torah. So when a person is before tshuva, his better shouldn't exist at all. When a person is doing tshuva, he exists in a state of Eker, of Aleph Ke Yud Ke, which means I will be. And while before he's in a state of Eker, he's a Astoras Pnei Eker. Eker is hidden from him. So Kabbalistically, there is a formula, Aleph K, Yud K, which is Gematria Dam. So Yimela Dam happens to him because he's in a state of Dam. Now, every single action that you do, when a person, if somebody puts you down, and you are keeping quiet, keeping mum, what you're doing, you switch it from Dam to Dam, from blood to keeping quiet. By keeping quiet, you revert to Dam and you zoche to tshuva. Over here, we're talking about being zoche to midas and mishpat. What?
Sorry, have we zoche
to the midah of judgment, of mishpat. Okay, so we says, Baruch Hashem, Yashem Abris, you can daven, Kodesh Baruch Hu answers you. What are you davening for? Right? You need to daven for the real thing. You want to daven for, there was a guy who I think it was one before, who made tshuva, and all he wanted is just, he was davening, Kodesh Baruch Hu should win the lottery. And he davened. That was like 30 years ago. Davened, what do you know? He won the lottery. He won the lottery. It's all his friends from before.
That's true.
Yeah. All his friends from before, before he made tshuva, they found out, like when, the flies, they smell where there's sugar. Whatever it is, it's a day came, and he fell down. He fell back to things he did before. Within a year, he was dead. It wasn't even a year after that he died. He didn't account for that. You have to be careful what you wish for. You might just get it, right? So tefillah, you have already that tefillah, you shomer breeze. You have to be careful how, not to hit to the right or hit to the left. So how do you know? He says the way you do it is you have to hit the middle. And the way to hit the middle is by being able to weigh reality, consider it, and come up with a proper judgment. This ability of, what does it mean, judgment? Mechatchila means you recognize what the situation is. Rather, you recognize how the situation is off. And you realize what you need to do in order to rectify it. Because as we said yesterday, a judge does not say, okay, two people come to him, one says, he took it from me, one says, he didn't take it from him. He doesn't say, okay, give him half. It's not what the judge says. It says, okay, you give it back to him. You give to him. So it's always either this, it's a seesaw, either this one is up or this one is down, this is the ability to perform judgment and justice is to recognize the off-kilter. This one took from this one. So the way to rectify it is that this one should return to this one. So that action of lifting one side and lowering the other is the actual action of judgment in practice, applied judgment. This union of taking that which is down and making it up, and that which is up and making it down. Now the thing is that it has to be done for the sake of rectifying a wrong, or even better, perpetrating goodness. As you'll see later on, if it's done for the wrong reason, it's exactly the opposite.
What's the it here? I'm not following.
The S is the ability to assess the situation and to take corrective action. That's the action of judgment. You're able to look at the situation and see, okay, what is really off here? Like you come to Kadosh Baruch Hu, you're going to ask him for what you need. What do you really need here?
I'm saying like
The ability to judge.
We see the aspect of mishpat always sort of signifies balance.
Right.
So I'm questioning, is it within judgment of things that we're doing in life, or is it connected with
Everything.
tefillah and where you place your
Everything.
sword?
It's the same thing. It's one and the same. It's one and the same. The idea of mishpat is recreating balance, restoring balance. That's what mishpat is.
Right.
So, but the ability to restore balance is the action behind it is the ability to change the situation by elevating one side on the cheshbon, on the account of the other side.
That's why we give tzedakah before we pray.
So that was said. So when you are giving tzedakah, you are attaining, you are doing the action of mishpat. And what you're doing is you're infusing that physical action of making yourself poor and making the rich man, the poor man richer. You're infusing it with the kedusha and the eternal value of chesed, of mitzvahs tzedakah. That arms you with the capacity of being able to judge in a different situation in life. It puts you in a state of mishpat. You are zochet of b'chinas Yaakov. But what happens if what you do, in other words, you make yourself poor and you make the other guy richer, but the other guy happens to be the judge and you're bribing him? It has the opposite effect on you. Ki hashochad yaver en epikrim.
That's
like
not
the-
mishpat.
It's a kilkulativ. It's exactly the opposite. In other words, the same action depends what is the essence, spiritual essence that it is fused with.
It's like the,
If it's infused with tzedakah, with chesed, then you're able to see what the truth is. If it's infused with sheker, with shoichad, with self-interest, it blinds you. It actually takes away the capacity to be able to judge what is what and how is how.
it's like the Kohen Gadol with the Chashem Mishpat. And
Uh-huh.
then later on, they bought the Chashem Mishpat. Bought the Kohen.
Yeah.
Like, they were Mishpat. The Kohen Gadol was like Yaakov, right? It's like Mishpat. So, it's exactly the same thing. They corrupted the Kahuna.
They corrupted the kahuna, bevada. He said, "B'shvil zeh tzarich la'afin tzedakah kol dem tefillah." That's the reason why the Shulchan Aruch says that you have to give tzedakah before the tefillah. Kedei sheyochal l'chel dor v'mishpat, that you'll be able to weigh your words b'mishpat, to judge what you should ask. Shekol sarav lo yachta, that you'll be able to hit the exact thing that is necessary, and you won't miss.
Why does he use lashon Sarah? Why does he use?
Because Sarah is Lashon Shi'ur, is Lashon measurement, also Lashon estimate. each one according to the estimation of his heart. Because when you're looking at things, you need to estimate what the situation is. You can't just, you can't always just know exactly what it is, what the shiur is. But you could be misha'er. Misha'er means that you estimate, that you assume, that you sort of like estimate. That's a good word. It's a fair, how to say estimate. Okay. יש לנו חז"ל, למה נתן יעקב את הבכורה ליוסף? Why did Yaakov give the בכורה to Yosef? Because he sustained him. משל בעל הבית, שגידל יוסף בתוך ביתו. So the Gemara says that there's a story about Mashal Bal Abais, that was Megadol, an orphan in his house. He says, and as the time went along, this orphan grew up, and he became a rich person, became a wealthy person. He says, who is going to help? Obviously, he's going to help the one who his benefactor. The one that. So he says, who is here? Here is very interesting because here the Balabais is Yosef, and the Yosem, the orphan is Yaakov. The roles are reversed over here. It says, "Kmo shekosav yichalkel Yosef es ovi v'es'echov lechem lefiatav," and Yosef sustained his father and his brothers bread lefiatav, and literally it means according to the number of the children. The Rabbeinu says here is lefiat dibur, lefiat tefillah. Shonatefel darom preached to the south. Lefiataf, according to the tefillah. In other words, since Yosef had the tefillah, and this because he did tzedakah constantly with his father and his brothers. So Yichalkel, that's what the Rebbe says. Yichalkel means sustain. When we said, how do you daven? Yichalkel tuvol v'mishpat. Do you sustain your words? You measure your words, what to ask, what not to ask, how much to the right, how much to the left. It's also shown chalkola. Chalkola means sustaining, means keeping up in a proper way. Yichalkel tuvol v'mishpat. He says v'yichalkel Yosef es ovi v'es'echov lechem lefiatav. He gave him tzedakah all the time. And that's why his tefillah was all the time the B'chinas Mishpat, because he was doing tzedakah all the time. That his tefillah, his prayer, was fluent in his mouth because of the tzedakah that he gave. That's the tzedakah she'asa, and because of the tzedakah, automatically, v'nosol Yaakov she'B'chinas Mishpat es ha'Bechorah, he got the Bechorah from Yaakov. Because this automatically wakes up this. שהוא בחינת תפילה, כמו שכתוב עליך שכם אחד אחיך, אני בחינת משפט. I gave you the Bechorah, the Mishpat, the Bechorah, the Tefillah, the בחינת משפט. One of the things that we need to understand from over here is that the mechanism is working from above to below, and from below to up. It's a two-way traffic. From the upper worlds down, and from down up. If you can see it you can see it in Sefer Yetzirah. Sefer Yetzirah says in the very, very beginning, the Elokim Lamed Bet Mitzvus Chochma, created with 32 paths of wisdom. He says Bara, Yud Kei, Elokim. It gives all the names first of all from up to down, and then from down to up. The effect that we're going over here is that the B'chinas Mishpat comes from top to bottom. It comes from Yaakov, it comes to Yosef, and from Yosef it comes to the Malchus, Yosef or Mashbir or Shalit. But it also goes from above to up, in which the Maisa Tachton is bringing about the Hispalus Elyon. By Yosef, doing, he's being B'chinas Kedusha. He's doing the tzedakah. He's doing the tefillah. he's sustaining Bchinas Yaakov. And with this, he gets the Mishpat.
Yaakov returns to favor.
Yeah, it's automatically. You have to understand that the relationship between this world and the upper worlds is very dynamic. It's very much like a family situation. That first of all, you have the 10 spheres, and when the 10 spheres is very, there's no dynamics. There's only flow from above to below. It comes from the Kesser to the Chochmah, Chochmah and Bina, and then you have, the various tools with which to administer the Shefa that comes from the Gimel Rishonos, from the Moichem, from the intellect and the Das, to the Malchus. That's where it shattered. After the Tikkun, after the Olam Tikkun, what you had was the formation of the personas, of the Patzufim. The Patzufim already are they're already arranged in a family arrangement. You have the grandfather, and you have the father, and you have the mother, and you have the son, and you have the daughter. And each one has, includes all of them together in the very same way that you see in your own house, that each one in his own family dynamics, that sometimes your son can open up a sefer and say something or daven for something, and it gives you tremendous chayes, and you start davening with more kavanah because he wakes you up. He's over you. Said that, but as you're giving to him, but sometimes he gives you when he gives you nachas, v'chula. It's a development. It's a bidirectional and very fluid and very dynamic situation between down and up and up and down. So the main union that we need to do, our main avodah, is the italusa del tata, the awakening from below. Our own particular nekuda of being miskadesh, of giving tzedakah before davening, of davening b'koyach, of doing the act of judgment, to the best of our ability. With this, we appeal in Olam Eselyonim. We're making the entire system work. It's very easy to fall into this lethargy of, whatever I get, I get. What I know. It's like you'll be the whole system. One of the things that people don't notice is that tefillah also mechza. Tefillah does have. You'll notice that when you go in the roads of life and you have no idea how anything is going to happen, what kind of studies you need to do in order for things to happen for you, and you have needs, it can be monetary needs, it can be you need to go to Umrah, you need to do anything. The idea is that you start the process by being obligated to do the right thing and do some kind of act of ishtadlus. You usually don't need more than a pe'ula ktana, just a small thing to create a tziner, to create a pipe that will get the shefa down to you. But the point is that you need a sarusa del tata, you need an awakening from below. When you get it, there's a matana from Kodesh Baruch Hu. There's no two ways about that. But you have a part of the process. It's a live relationship between you and the Kodesh Baruch Hu. It starts with your own sanctification. It starts with giving tzedakah, with acting kindly. It starts this whole thing. It enables you to have that kind of equilibrium, this balance in your mind to be able to be hit exactly on the middle. And everything else is being pulled by the action that you do from below. Yes, everything is because tzaddik, everything comes to you from a Kodesh Baruch Hu is anyhow. Everything is a chesed gomer. But nevertheless, you are a part of the process. It's not a single-sided affair. It says, En lecha tipa that comes from the Shamayim without two tipos come from below. You start elevating, you start bringing up your part, and Kodesh Baruch Hu, Hashem will bring down the rest.
Amen.